Hi beautiful, it's Kate, and today we're going to talk about suicide. Just to give you a little background info on how suicide has personally affected my life, my uncle had committed suicide when I was 8 years old, and my very, very close friend Colin had committed suicide when I was 14 years old. And the 3-year anniversary of his passing is actually the day that I'm uploading this video. So, I'm not going to talk about the third person because it's just, we're not going to talk about it. I'm making this video because I know how it feels to lose someone to suicide, and I know how it feels to want to commit suicide. As a lot of you guys know that watch my videos, I used to self-harm and I had got help and I had become who I am today, but I was at really low points and I did consider a lot of really bad things. So coming from someone who has thought a million different ways of how to do it and how people would react to me doing it, I have been through it and I have felt it, the aftermath of it, and I want you guys to know that I can relate to how you're feeling right now, because if you're watching this video, you probably feel really low and you probably feel like it's time to go and there's no hope and there's no getting better. You feel like you're alone and there's no one that would care if you were gone, and I want to tell you that's not true. No matter who you are, what you have done, there's people that care. And everyone always says that suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem, which is true. What you're going through right now is temporary. It is not forever. It then moves on to a permanent pain to your loved ones if you actually go through with it and you take your life. You give your pain away to everyone around you, and there's people out there that care that you haven't even met yet. There's so much for you in your future that you don't even know about yet. 10 years from now, this probably won't matter. 10 years from now, you're gonna be like, I'm a survivor. Like, I was so low and I was so sad and now I have my kids, or now I have my wife or my husband or my best friend that I didn't know back then. Like, so much can change, and this is not something that's your whole life. Sadness is not your whole life. I'm not gonna let it be your whole life. You don't let it be your whole life either. Life is this gift. Think of yourself as a puzzle piece, and without you, or if you take yourself out too soon, the puzzle is going to be incomplete. Like, who you are, how you look, that's you. You were handpicked like a flower out of a flower patch. They picked you and they put you in the bouquet of flowers that is life, with all of these incredible human beings that live in the world and wherever else. You are supposed to die at a certain time. Everyone is going to die. That is just a part of life. That is just a reality, and that's okay. But I don't think that you're supposed to choose it, because there's so much that is supposed to happen. Everything, for me, I think happens for a reason. If you choose to die tonight, tomorrow could be the greatest day of your life and you would never know it. You could meet someone that you love and someone that loves you. Life is just so full of up and downs, and people feel like, oh, I'm constantly sad, and whenever I'm happy, I'm just sad again. That's not how you should look at it. I love a quote that is, sunshine all the time makes a desert. And that's true. You can't be happy all the time. You need to have rain. You need to have sadness. You need to feel your emotions. It's fine to be sad, and it's okay not to be okay. There's good things in this world, and you are one of them. Make yourself this good person. Reach out to other people. Make people laugh. Like, make yourself laugh. Make yourself happy. The pain and the agony that losing you will cause, even if you feel like you're the kid in the back of the room that nobody cares about, you can't die. You can't let yourself choose that, because you have to struggle to know what it feels like to be at the top. You have to hit rock bottom before you're up there, and you think everybody has it easier than you. You think, why can't I just be this famous person that has everything given to me? Why can't I just be loved by everyone? There's people in this world that are loved by millions, and they still choose to take their life. It has nothing to do with the money you have. or the people that give you attention. It has to do with you and what you choose to do, what you choose to feel. You have to choose to wake up every day, and you have to choose to love yourself and love your life and keep going. You have to fight for you. I don't think people get that when you die, you take away everything. You take away everything you are, everything you have been, and everything you ever could be. Do you realize how gone is? Like, think about the person that sees you or finds you. Think about the person that sits behind you in class. Think about the person that sits next to you at work. You think they don't notice you, or you think that they hate you. I can tell you that looking at that empty desk, looking at that empty seat, that's gonna hurt. Just find one positive thing, that song that you love, or that movie. You just have to think about it. You just have to listen to it, or you just have to do whatever it takes to make you happy. And I know you want to be in control, and I know you think, oh, this is the one thing I have control over, my life. I can end it, I can be done, and I don't want that. Maybe you don't know me, maybe you do. I don't want that. And if you need help, there is people that care. You can see a therapist. You can call a hotline, which I will have the numbers and links below. You can go to a chat room and talk if you feel like there's literally no one. You can find someone. You can message me. You can contact me. You are not in this alone. And don't you dare kill yourself. Don't you dare. Find something that you accomplished, whether you got out of bed today, or you took a shower, or you ate a meal. Find something that you accomplished, that you did, that you didn't want to do. The fact that you woke up is an accomplishment when you want to die. I know how much it sucks, and I know how hard it is just to bring your legs over and stand up and feel like the world around you is crashing and burning. There's no point of being alive, and I know how dark that space can be, but you have to make your own light. You have to be the sun because you are the sun. You have to do this for you. You have to. And if you can't do it for you, then think about the people around you. You may think that no one cares, but I will keep saying this again and again. People do. People care. Even if that people is just me, I care and I love you, and I don't want you to die. People around you will feel guilty and confused for the rest of their lives, even if they're your best friend and they did nothing wrong and they tried so hard. They will feel guilty, even if it's someone that didn't know you. They'll think, I saw that person in the hallway, or I saw that guy at work. I should have said hi. I should have smiled. I should have done this, or I should have done that. There's guilt and shame and sadness and confusion. So they're gonna feel this way forever. The pain that you get to escape will go to everyone else for the rest. You don't get over that. You don't get over losing, no matter who it was. That's in your mind forever. That someone you knew or someone that you thought was great is gone. You have to start to be grateful step by step from the bottom. We had to learn the baby steps. We had to learn how to crawl. We had to learn how to walk. We had to learn how to pick up a spoon. And now, like, we do these things automatically without even thinking. There's people that would kill to have the abilities you have, to move your legs, to go for a run. On one hand, you have so many people that want to die and that want to kill themselves. And on the other hand, you have so many people that are fighting to live. They just are fighting to be able to breathe on their own, to eat on their own. You have arms to go get things with. You have something that some people don't, and even if that is what you have to keep yourself going, is the fact that you are given the gift of being able to move your body like that and to feed yourself, then that is what you have to do. You have to start from baby steps. If that's how sad you really are, then start from the bottom. You have to grow and you have to take your steps. When you get a huge gash in your leg, your body fights against the infection. Your body fights to keep the wound safe and clean. Your body fights for you, so you have to fight for your body. I don't want you to swallow those pills. I don't want you to hang yourself, shoot yourself. whatever you are thinking about doing, or what would be the least painful, or what would be the least messy. I know what's going through your mind right now and how twisted and dark that it is, and you feel like there is no light. Let this message and this video be light. You are stronger than this. You are more than this. And I know me saying it's gonna get better may just piss you off because that's what everybody says, but it's true. It made me so furious when people told me it's gonna be fine. Like, you're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be good. Everything's gonna be great. Just wait. I was like, what do you mean wait? I just felt like, what am I and what life is this? Like, I don't want to live like this. And I figured I had to change it. I had to change the way that I lived. I was sick of people telling me it was gonna get better, but it did. And now I look like an asshole because I was like, it's not gonna get better. Never. This is my life forever. I know that that's what you think, and I was so stubborn. And anybody that told me, I pushed people away because all they wanted to do was tell me it was going to be okay, and I didn't care. I didn't want to hear that. I wanted it to get better. I didn't want to hear it was going to get better. I just wanted it to be better. I just wanted it to come into my hands and fall onto me the next morning and be all happy. Maybe that'll happen, but most likely you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to work for your happiness, and you're going to have to try really fucking hard. And you're gonna find that this life is worth living, and this isn't your time to leave. Not yet anyway. Maybe tomorrow is, because you'll get hit by a hot air balloon that fell from the sky and you're walking along your backyard. I don't know. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I don't want you to choose when that happens. I don't want that. I want you to keep fighting every single day. Don't give up on this life. This life was given to you. You. This was for you. Suicide can affect anyone. Anyone at any age can kill themselves. No matter how old you are or what step you are in your life, you can be struggling. Your pain is not real. Your pain is not something that should be shooed away and hidden and covered up. You're entitled to feel all your emotions, but you're not entitled to give up, and you're not entitled to choose when you're gonna die, because I say that's not allowed, and whatever Kate says is what goes. I don't want you to be taken by suicide. Suicide is the 10th most leading cause of death in the United States. I don't want you to be a part of that percentage. I don't want you to be a statistic, a fact. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of, you are not to be this conformed little number of people who took their lives. That's not what you are. That's not okay. You are more than that. Approximately 100 people die every day because of suicide. What? Don't be number 95. I'm 17 years old and I've already lost 3 people to suicide, and I have had hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of kids and even adults that have messaged me and told me I want to die. I have talked a countless amount of people out of taking their lives. Talked to people on the phone. I have texted for so many hours. So I see how sad so many of you are, and I see the pain, and I understand the pain because I was there. There's no going back on the decision that you're making right now, and it's so permanent. I try and just think like, oh, I just haven't seen that person in a really long time. Like it's a friend or a family member that I haven't seen a really long time. Now that it's 3 years later or 9 years later, sometimes it hits you and you think that person is actually dead. It's not like someone you haven't seen in a long time because they're busy or they live far away, or it's not like that. It's because they're gone. They chose to be gone. Like, you're never going to see that face again. You're never going to talk to them again. You're never, ever going to have that. And I have my moments where I look and I see Colin's name on a pin that I got from the suicide prevention walk, and I see Jeff's card that I got from his funeral. I realize that it's forever. dying sucks and death is stupid and it's hard, and don't choose to do that. Like, we lose people on accident and in life, but don't make it by choice. Death is hard enough. I don't want to die. I don't want to kill myself because I know what other people would go through because I had to go through it. I don't even, like, I know I wanted to die, I know I wanted to kill myself, but now looking back at that, I'm like, how did I want to do that? Think about my parents planning my funeral, like a parent burying their child, like thinking about the people I leave behind. Even when I was alone then, I still know I would have caused pain. I don't want to die, because if I did, I wouldn't have talked to you, I wouldn't have met you, I wouldn't have been here right now. I'm so happy I didn't die. I'm so happy I didn't kill myself. I'm so happy I didn't do it. And I hope this video shows you not to do it. And in 3 years from now, you will realize you're happy you didn't do it either. You survived 100% of your bad days. Way before this. Maybe it was yesterday, maybe it was 2 years ago. The worst days of your life. You have survived every single one of them. Don't let today tear you down. Don't let today be your last day. You have survived this long. You have no idea what's in store for you ahead. You have to keep going.
I mean, mental illness is a factor here when you have that. That wasn't Colin's case. It was a medicine thing, which is a lot of times, you know, kids are taking medicine now for acne and some of the side effects, and I think that parents definitely need to
Look into that.
I think kids just need to know that it may seem like the worst time in their lives.
Yeah.
And it really may seem like the worst time, and it might at that very moment be the worst time of your life. But it's really like none of it's gonna matter.
That's what I said. In 10 years from now,
in a month from now, none of that is gonna matter. If somebody wrote on the wall, oh, you know, Jen's a slut, and I go into the bathroom and see that, you know what, when I walk into college, they're not gonna say that's the girl who they wrote she was a slut in high school. That's the girl who is a slut at Wallen Fallback. They're not gonna say that. Nobody, you know, once you walk out of that door and go into the real world, none of that's gonna ever matter. And so if it seems like it's the worst at that very moment, you have to overcome that.
what was the aftermath like for you, coming from a mom perspective of just how different everything was? Terrible, obviously.
Nothing is better that he's gone. Nothing is working. I live a half a life now. In life, there's a battle for everything. There's a battle for paying your bills. There's a battle for doing homework. There's a battle for reading. There's a battle for writing. There's everybody has a challenge in their life. So when that person's, let's just say you're getting bullied and you're getting bullied in school, really you have to think to yourself, what is that person going through that he's bullying me? Why is that person doing that to me? What does he get treated like at home?
It's not forever. Like, you're not going to be sad for the rest of your life.
I am living proof that your world can be shattered beyond words. I am, because I didn't think I could live without any one of my babies. I never wanted to. As a mother, when you do think that there's something wrong, because Colin was sick, he did have a kidney disease, and when you think that he could possibly not be here tomorrow, you can't breathe, and you say to yourself, if something happens to one of my kids, I don't think I could survive it. I am living proof that even though you're at the lowest point of your life, and you don't want to live anymore because you feel like you don't have the energy or the strength to, or you don't want to battle the fight that's going to come along with it. I did. I'm here 3 years later. Life is good. Life is what you make of it. And if you can go into this life and maybe just have a mediocre life, but it's life. For kids that are doing it for reasons of their boyfriend broke up with him, or somebody wrote something nasty on the wall, or their parents don't love them, or their parents are never home. Like, those are the kids that I just want to put my arms around and just
love forever, yeah.
But I don't think that Colin actually thought that it was going to be the end for him. Maybe he would have gotten hurt and was in the hospital, and you know, his whole life we've sat around hospital beds for him. Oh, I just don't want to feel this anymore. You won't. Just go to sleep and wake up, and you won't. I promise you. When girls with their boyfriends, honestly, I remember giving birth to my first son and thinking, I can't believe I cried over any
man, like
boy
in my high school. Yeah,
I can't believe I cried because the love I felt for my child was beyond. Those men that I loved truly with all my heart, it surpassed them. It's like a bruise. If you hit yourself at that very moment, it's gonna hurt. You bang yourself into a wall or fall, for that moment it's going to hurt, but as time goes on, it's just gonna
fade
pass.
away, and you're not gonna remember that bruise.
You're not. Sometimes I look at bruises and say, where the hell did I get this from? And that's what people need to start thinking about when life hits them with a ball. Because every day I have to wake up and say, oh, it's still true. It's still true. It's the worst thing in the world. So these kids need to buck up and think to themselves to, you know, take life in stride. You know, it's gonna be bad for a
badass.
minute. Yeah, and I really do. I say that all the time. You have to be a badass. You really do. You have to have a little bit of a tough exterior in you, because life will destroy you. The news, what people are doing to each other, what the other countries are doing, it'll destroy you. The thought of saying, I'm leaving and I want to take my life, and you know, life isn't worth living. It is worth living, and it shouldn't be a thought process in your head. It should be like, all right, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna punch the punching bag, and I'm gonna get all my anger out on this punching bag. The boys and girls that are gay, it will be okay.
Even if your parents,
God, I mean, even if your parents don't accept, call me. I'll give my number. You guys can all call me and be like, I need a new mother, and I will be your mother. So you can all call me. Every single one of you, 718-614-0112, and I will be your mommy, and I will make sure that you are loved for the rest of your life, or my life, because I'm old. I say this all the time, and I used to say it to Colin, and I say it to Jake, and I will say it to Grady one day. There are going to be people in your life that come and go, and there's going to be people in your life that love you, and those are the people that you embrace and you love and you care for. Then they're going to be the people who can take you or leave you, and they, you know, oh yeah, I know Jen Liddy, she's all right. And those are the one people that you're cordial to, and you say hello and goodbye, and that's it. And then there's going to be people that hate you, and those are the people that is a mind over matter. You don't mind because they don't matter. I'm tired of not holding him. I'm tired of not kissing him. I'm tired of not smelling him. I'm just tired. But
that's the thing, is you can never stop being tired.
I'm never gonna stop being tired. And like I said, he's gonna make me live until I'm 105, because he's so much in trouble when I get up there. The worst times of your life, just stop, take a step back and say, don't even, you know, if you hear the word suicide in your head, be like, shh. It's not an option. It's not an option. Suicide should not be an option. Not at all.
Listen, everybody gets points in their life where they feel depressed and they feel that, you know, there's no other option, but there's always another option. You always have somebody to talk to. You can reach out to anybody. So just think of who you're going to leave behind, because that's what affects the most. He did commit suicide, and that doesn't define him as a person. It's just a decision he made. It'll get better. Nothing is bad enough to take your own life. No, I don't care what it is. Nothing. If you could have 10 seconds of somebody saying, hey, stop, a lot of people would still be here. I'm the same age Jeff was when he died. So for me, I can't imagine, you know, taking my own life at 43. A suicidal person isn't always going to be crying in the corner or keeping to themselves, because he was the exact opposite. I was with him the whole day before. So I'm always going back to that day thinking, did he say anything? But I mean, he was excited that I just moved down the street from him. You know, there were a lot of good things. So that to me still sticks out in my head, that we had that whole day together and it was a great day and we had a great time. And then less than 24 hours later, you know, he's no longer here. To see how it affected my parents was very hard on them. You know, my mom always said that she will never get her heart whole. Nothing that happens in high school and in grammar school is going to affect the rest of your life. I promise you. I mean, when I was in high school, horrible things. I thought, oh my God, this is it. It doesn't matter.
Think about your dogs, people. Think about your animals. What are they gonna think when they don't see you anymore?
Please don't do it. You are not alone. Please don't do it. I love you so much.
Please don't do it. You are worth so much more.
Don't do it.
Please don't do it.
Please don't do it. You're beautiful and worthy of life.
Please don't do it.
Please don't do it.
Please, don't do it.
You are loved. You are cared for. Please don't do it. When life beats you down, never give up. Always keep fighting.
Please don't do it.
There's always someone that loves you.
Please don't do it.
If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Please don't do it.
Please don't do it. Nothing is worth it.
So please don't do it. Keep watching. Keep watching my videos. They make you laugh, or if they don't, that's fine. Watch somebody else's videos. Whatever you have to do to keep going. You will see me next Tuesday. Like, you can have things like just stupid YouTube videos, you know what I mean? Like, you find a YouTuber you like, or you find a show that you like wait and live for that show to come on. Wait and live for that video to come out. I love you, and I just hope you have a good day and night in life.